What is going on, guys? This is CLE Steelers bringing you the first of a series of videos over prospects for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So what we're going to do in these upcoming videos is break down the strengths and the weaknesses of these prospects and also explore their long-term fit with the Cleveland Cavaliers. Hope you guys enjoy. So, the first prospect we are going to break down today is Anthony Edwards, shooting guard slash small forward from the averages 19.1 points, 5.2 rebounds, and 2.8 assists. He shot 77% from the free throw line on an average of 5 attempts per game. A lot of people are going to point to Edwards' poor field goal percentage for why the Cavs should not draft him, because he only shot 29% from three-point range and 40% from the field. But I think a lot of this was because he was asked to carry such a high offensive load at Georgia. He was really the only offensive option that they had there. So I think he thought he had to play hero ball a lot, which really decreased his percentage numbers because he thought he could just throw up any shot that he wanted at Georgia. I think in a good NBA system where he's surrounded by better players, where he doesn't have to do everything, will really help improve his shot selection and will therefore help his shooting percentages at the next level. He is also a very explosive athlete. That is probably the biggest thing you'll notice when you watch film on him. He's really good about getting into the paint and then exploding towards the basket. When he gets a couple feet from the basket, there's really no stopping him at the college level. At the NBA level, when you get some really good shot blockers like Gobert or Embiid, he's going to have to work with finishing through that contact, because really at the college level, no one would really challenge him at the rim like they will in the NBA level. Something else I really think Edwards needs to work on is his handle and working through the pick and roll. He really didn't accept a lot of screens. When you break down the film of him at Georgia, he would always kind of reject a screen and try to get to the basket on his own. He's just not going to be able to do that at the NBA level consistently. He's going to have to learn how to play in the pick and roll and use a big man to get open and to get a lane. Something else he can really improve on is his passing. His passing ability really wasn't shown at Georgia because of how many shots he took each game. He only averaged 2.8 assists and he had about 1.7 turnovers per game, which isn't too bad considering the assist to turnover ratio, but that could be a lot higher in the NBA if he doesn't become better at passing, especially with passing through the pick and roll.
Edwards shows a lot of flash on the defensive side. Some games he really looks engaged, he slides his feet very well, and he gets a lot of turnovers that lead to easy buckets in transition. And then there's other games where he just looks lackadaisical on the defensive side of the ball, where he loses his man and where he really just doesn't look engaged on the defensive side of the ball. A lot of this, I think, is due to the offensive load that Georgia asked him to endure there, him being their really only number one option. So I really think that his NBA defense will be better just based on the fact that he won't have to exert as much offensively as he did in college. Edwards shows lots of flash in his mid-range game. He's very comfortable pulling up inside the and he is not afraid to take it, which is something I really like about Edwards. He will bring that extra offensive player to the Cavs that we really... Long term, I see Anthony Edwards being a starting two guard for the Cavs. I think he can also play the three, but due to his 6'5" height, I really think he would struggle against some of the elite small forwards in the league like LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Durant. So I just do not think it is sustainable for Edwards to play the three in the NBA. I know a lot of people are going to start freaking out and saying, well, Colin Sexton's been amazing. Trust me, guys, I am the biggest Colin Sexton fan in the world. I love Sexton. I think he is going to be a fantastic NBA player for the Cavs down the road. But unfortunately, I do think that his long-term role will be as a sixth man off the bench for the Cavs. That is not a knock on Sexton or his game. Sixth men are extremely valuable, especially in playoff runs, and I just do not think that his size, due to him playing with Garland, who is also a smaller guard, is going to be sustainable for winning. I think that he just had some vision. To be successful with the Cavs, though, he is going to have to improve his shooting and his shooting percentages. There's no way of getting around it. He's going to have to improve his three ball so he can coexist with Sexton, Seti, Drummond, because those guys need lanes. They need space. And if he is not a threat from the three-point line, teams are going to start to sag off on him and clog those lanes for those guys. He's a great cutter, and I really think that him and Garland could work well in some pick and pop situations or pick and roll situations because he's just explosive to the rim. And I really think that he would be a lob threat for Garland because I've seen him throw some excellent lobs to Kevin Porter. So I definitely think that those two would be an instant pick and lob threat right off the bat. And also something else I really like, when he's hot, he is just hot. If you watch some Michigan State film on Edwards, you will see he gets hot at the end of the game and really leads Georgia back in that game to win, I believe. I can't remember off the top of my head. But that is